Hey y'all, what's up? So, um, I know that there are many of you that I know in person that I've met, been around, and all of that. And there are many of you that I've only known through social media of some sort, or who don't even know me but decide to follow me anyway. And I want to say thank you to that. Um, I feel, and it might just be projection, but even if it is, I don't mind being vulnerable about where I'm at. This has been a very trying time in a way of fear. And I'm not talking about political fear, social justice, injustice fear, but I feel like there's been a fear of self for a lot of us for a very long time. And I feel that in that way, a lot of us have decided not to pursue what we wanted or needed or could have had because we were fearful of what that would mean for our environment, for our social circles, for our family, for our um, external means. And so I feel I want to encourage us all, myself included. It's hard to be yourself in environments that you don't know how to be yourself in. It's also hard to be yourself in environments where people use the term, if you, well, safe. Let's put it that way. People use the term safe, doing what's safe, doing what makes sense, doing what um, will keep you stable or whatever. Those terms can hinder, hurt, and destroy people internally because when they realize who they are is not safe, is not 100% 100% um, capable of stability, when they realize that I could possibly put my livelihood at risk being myself. When you're told that you're supposed to be practical all your life and realize who you are is impractical, there's a lot that hurts, and you have to pretty much bury who you truly are because you're taught who you truly are is a mistake, because anything impractical is not what you're supposed to do. I want to encourage all of us to acknowledge that when God has placed in us something that is deemed as impractical to those who are not aware of his plan for us, we we cannot allow people who have allowed fear to control their lives to control ours as well. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who said it or why. It doesn't matter their life experience and the stories they'll tell you that supposedly co-sign their belief system. When God places something in you, it is not a mistake, and it is not impractical, because God makes no mistakes, and impracticality is not even a part of his plan for us. He would not put in us or give us anything that would cause us to be poor, suffer, impoverished. He would not do that. Why? Because that is not his word for us. These people who decide that their idea of safe should be projected onto other people. Look at their lives and how practical their lives are. Because even if they have a secure job, which no longer exists, and I think this year has pretty much put everybody in the understanding that a safe job doesn't exist. A secure job doesn't exist. A responsible job doesn't exist. When it's time for that thing to get closed up, it don't matter how long you've been there, what you were doing there, how many years you put in there. If they want to get rid of you, that's it. So how safe is safe? It's not. It's an illogical term to use when it comes to life choices. Nothing is safe. Nothing is secure. Nothing is guaranteed. The only guarantees that we have is that God will provide for us what he said he would provide for us. And he has given us gifts that will supply and provide as well as bring glory to him. Period. And I'm very, very passionate, for lack of a better term, about this, because there's so many of us who are burying our gifts, burying our hopes, burying our dreams, burying our skills, burying our identities for a term that doesn't even apply. And for people who are not even living their life, people who are living for other people, people who are waiting and hoping that one day they'll be seen, but they're telling you to be practical. They're telling you your dream makes no sense. They're telling you that who you are doesn't fit. But they fit nowhere. They don't fit within themselves. They don't fit in the jurisdiction of where they are because they're uncomfortable. Why are they uncomfortable? Because they're in areas that don't fit them. They conformed to that area. They conformed to that environment. They conformed to that identity. They conformed, and now they're looking around like, who am I? What am I? How am I? And these people have been around for thousands of years, exaggeratingly. So, why should we bury our gifts for people who never took the time to discover theirs? Why are we burying our identities for people who could not give a straight answer for who they are and why? Why are we burying our love for whatever it is for people who still have no clue on who they truly want to be? They're waiting for a safe time, and that doesn't exist. It's hard being different. It's hard being a visionary. It's hard being an individual. It's hard being original. It's hard being unique, because that is the point. You cannot get anything worthwhile without some level of pain. Unfortunately, but realistically. And the truth of the matter is, I'm tired. I don't know about you guys, but I am literally, figuratively, in any way possible, tired. I'm tired because I'm sitting here rolling around and going around in circles about what am I, based on ideologies that just don't logically make sense. All the people who we admire are doing things that were deemed as impractical. All of the people who are famous for their work and their artistry and their creativeness and their whatever went into stuff that was impractical. And they are thriving in that. They are succeeding in that. And no, the story was not great from the beginning to end. No, a lot of them were not able to just get money right away. No, they had to suffer, but suffering is part of growth. And when people tell you, oh, see, look, that's why you should have just did this, that's why you should have did that, look at them. Look at their life. And I bet you, if you ask them, who are you? They won't even know what you mean. Why? Because they're so used to going with what society says when society changes every day that they don't know who they are. And instead of dealing with that fear, they're projecting it onto everyone else. That is annoying for me. So, for all of us who have aspirations, have visions, have acknowledgement that we are different, and are afraid of ourselves because of what we were taught versus what we have seen, I want to tell you, whether I know you personally or not, I care about you so much. And I make these videos because I know I'm not the only person, but I also know there are a lot of us who don't know how to express this level of frustration and aggravation and fear and shame of burying ourselves for people who are buried alive walking. It's not going to be easy. I'm still working on it. I'm closer than I was yesterday. Whoever God has designed you to be is not a mistake. Whatever your skill set is, whatever your enjoyment is, whatever you excel in that seems impractical was not a mistake. It is practical for you, which is why you have it. And I hope that you acknowledge and live in that truth more than you acknowledge and live in a lie for your life. Whatever someone else says about whatever, it's their truth. Your truth matters as well. And if it doesn't align, acknowledge that. And also acknowledge that you're amazing already. And your skills and your loves and your acknowledgement of yourself is so important, because without that, without you, some part of the universe would not be fulfilled. We need you here. We need your dream. We need your aspirations. We need your ideas. If not, you would not have gotten them. Without that, there's something that would not, and someone else would have to take it, but you have it already. Light up your torch and walk with confidence in that, because guess what? The people that told you you were impractical will be the first ones to say, I knew you could do it. Live for you. I'm still doing it. I'm speaking to both of us, to all of us. Live for you and be secure that that was not a mistake. And practicality is just another word for fear. Have an amazing day. I hope someone, anybody, one person understands where I'm coming from and can sit down and really think, what am I not doing because of other people that I should be? You're amazing. Your gifts are amazing. Your ideas are amazing. And it is not by chance that you were chosen for those things. Have an amazing day. Be encouraged.